Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So tonight a little bit of a world exclusive, or at least in my world. So in a black shale glass, although you can't see the black shale because you will be able to see it once the beer goes down a little bit. This is Contraband. It's Lincoln Green Brewing's craft beer range, their black shale craft beer range. It's their 9.5% Imperial Stout, and it's malty, roasted and smooth is what it says on the can. Lincoln Green, brewers of Raggy's Golden Ale. Hey. And yes, that's an unopened bottle. Here's the cupcake. So this cupcake was made with coffee, it was chocolate sponge, and the Imperial Stout, and the buttercream also has got the Imperial Stout in. So it's both a review of the beer again, a talk about the Black Shale pub and the White Line that has come into Beeston in Nottingham, and obviously review, drink, beer. You know, it's going to be a little bit longer, but first things first, look at that. So lovely dark texture there, chocolate texture. It's super moist. Mrs Wraggy, my wife, she makes amazing cakes. And then obviously the buttercream as well. Chocolate, you can smell a roastiness to it. It's not and never will be an alcoholic cupcake, because it's only got hints of it in, rather than, you know, because you've got to be careful with the balance, otherwise it's just going to turn out to be a watery mess. But in any case, this was a test, and this is my taste test. And again, you get a nice maltiness in the buttercream. Oh, let's dive in. She really can make an amazing cake. An Imperial Stout cupcake and buttercream. It tastes and smells as good as it looks. To be honest, I'm not a big cake person, but wow. The reason for doing this, if it works in a cupcake, it's going to work very well in a cake. So that was nice, absolute top notch from Mrs Wraggy. You do get notes of the Imperial Stout, rather than it just being a full-on Imperial Stout. You're not going to get that because of the other flavours that are in there, and the fact that it's warmed up in the oven, it burns off alcohol, but you do get some of it. Yeah. So here's the beer itself. Obviously I reviewed this at Christmas, slightly abbreviated I think when I reviewed it, or very nostalgic because of Christmas. There's a reason for going back down Lincoln Green Avenue, and it's in Beeston, July the 11th, Tuesday, July the 11th, 2023. Lovely maltiness on there, roasty maltiness on that. Lincoln Green have took over the former White Line pub. It's been split into two pubs. I'm not sure how they've done it. I don't know how they've done it. You know, I'm only going with what they say. So you've got the White Line one side, you've got the Black Shale the other side. The Black Shale is something unique to the world of beer. And you've heard of pubs that mix up wine and food. And this is going to be craft beer and food, matching craft beer to food. That is really, really interesting. I assume there's going to be a craft beer bar also. And then you've also got the cask pub as well on there. So basically it caters for both an eating perspective, a craft beer perspective, and a cask perspective. These are only my observations. So I am not part of Lincoln Green Brewing Company. You know, I did go down and brew a beer with them, but I'm not part of Lincoln Green. So please don't take anything I've said as gospel. It's only what my observations lead me to believe. We'll dive into the beer. As you will have seen, I've got a black high and I've got a poorly hand. Left Nottingham's Craft Beer Festival last week, fell over. I assume I fell over, was knocked out for 30 minutes. And basically I've ended up with this, with stitches, and this that's got to stay on for 6 weeks through my wedding. So not the best things for the wedding, is what it is. So just in case people are wondering what in the hell's he doing, you know, he looks right ruffian. I'm not ruffian, I'm a really nice person. If you met me, you'd know this, but you know, just dispel that out of the equation. I look like a boxer. I won't make a good boxer. I don't like hurting people. So nice boozy aroma off this. The can's been open for a while, to be fair, because obviously my wife had to use it for the cakes. Suitable for vegetarians and vegans. So what I love about Lincoln Green pubs, and I assume that Black Shale / White Lion are going to be the same, they do thirds. Even on cask, they do thirds. And the great thing about Lincoln Green pubs, I'll look at the Robin Hood and Little John and Arnold as a matter of instance. They've got 20 hand pumps. That's a lot of different cask beers. And I, as someone who reviews beers as a hobby, goes there and I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. It's like, oh, a third of that. And then I'll do a small review on each, depending on the mood, obviously. So really looking forward to that. Lincoln Green know how to condition their beers in their cellars. They are absolute masters, Jedi masters of that. So you can expect great cask beer from them. But they're also very supportive of local breweries. So they are going to bring to Beeston something that Beeston sorely needs. There are breweries missing from Beeston. Who sadly, with the pubs that are in Beeston, there's some amazing pubs in Beeston. Don't get me wrong, Lincoln Green's Black Shale and White Lion are going to add to what is a great roster. And it's a really weird conversation. I went into, before Christmas last year, and I spoke to Andrew, the boss of Lincoln Green, owner boss. And I was saying about, you know, at Beeston, you know, that White Lion pub, that'd be amazing as a Lincoln Green pub. I said, this is a perfect place. You've got the Star in, the Crown in, the Pottle, totally tapped. You've got commercial, and the Vic Hotel that's slightly further out, and all Malt Shovel as well. And this would be the addition to that area. It is a great area of Nottingham. You've got Nottingham University students all around there. And it's a great area, and you never see trouble. I've never seen any trouble in all the time I've been down there. And there are some absolutely amazing pubs. This will add to that roster of pubs, and it will drag people towards Beeston, which again is brilliant. like I say, it's interesting the concept they're going for, and from what I've read on the internet, I'm not going to show you pictures because you can go online. Black Shell Bar and Kitchen, White Lion Beast, and they're on social media. Go to Lincoln Green Brewery's website. All the information's there. It's better than me trying to tell you the information. It's on the corner, facing Tesco's, bang next door to Star Inn, which is it's going to be interesting. It means both pubs need to up their game. But the pub scene, pubs bring people to pubs. One pub has a good offering, the other pub has a good offering. It's a magnet. That's the way, as a beer fan, I look at it. I look at those pubs and I'm thinking, wow, you know, do I need to go into the city centre? Probably not. Not when so much is all in one location. And obviously, if the pubs are cute, they will never have the same beers on in both pubs. You know, which would be a strange one. Lincoln Green obviously brew a lot of their own beer, got a great core range of beers. And obviously got the craft beer range, which they're bringing out. And this pairing it with food is very interesting. As you've just seen me, a cupcake, a Mrs Wraggy's cupcake. Wow, she's like an icon herself. And yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm not volunteering for anything, so I'll keep my mouth shut. But yeah, and the funny thing is, tomorrow's my birthday, so this is going out on June the 24th. Today's June the 23rd. Tomorrow's June the 24th, which is my birthday. I'll actually be going to the Sir John Blaise Warren on Canning Circus in the city centre, Nottingham city centre, and I think we're gonna take some of the cupcakes with us. So if the manager's on the bar tomorrow, or today, if you're watching it on the day, around about 4 o'clock, this will probably go on about 4 o'clock. So I'll have probably already been in and gone. But yeah, it should be an amazing thing to see him actually. And I'll share some shorts from tomorrow over at wherever I go tomorrow. And yeah, so let's dive in. Oh, bit of a strange birthday this year. This is not helping, you know. I mean, I wouldn't say I was a candle work before. I think there's a better word than that, to be fair. Painting, shall we say. But this is not helping matters. And internally, it's it destroys you. But I suppose everyone has accidents in life. If you don't learn from accidents, you don't live. And, you know, living and learning. So it is what it is. Oh. What I'm looking forward, and I will review the beer in a minute, what I'm looking forward, from Robin Hood, the Black Shell Bar and Kitchen, is more new styles of beer. They've got a new head brewer now, Martin left. So the new head brewer has got quite the prestigious background on him. One of the original brewers of Doom Bar. Now original, we know Doom Bar is not the same kettle of fish it was years ago. That's where the mass, whatever, gets hold of it. Won't go into that. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see new styles of beer that complement food. And as somebody I love blue cheeses, Stiltons and blue cheeses, and but I'm also, you know, I like to get a chicken breast fillet, cook it in Stilton, and then a beer to match that. Now that'd be interesting. And it's going to be quite an interesting night. And the funny thing is, bit of an exclusive thing here, it opens on the 11th of July 2014. Well, the funny thing is, we are getting married, renewing our wedding vows on the 14th of July 2014, literally 3 days away. But the 11th of July, me and Mrs Wraggy have been married for 25 years on that date. Also on that date, I asked her out as, so we were boyfriend and girlfriend 32 years ago on that date. So how's that? You know, of all the dates to choose to open it, the 11th, and it was like, oh. And I've already booked a table for 5 o'clock on the day. Obviously we've got quite the thing in a few days after that, but yeah, it's you know, as a bit of a fan of Lincoln Green, I really love their beers. They do some amazing beers, and always willing to push the boat out in directions that are different. I mean, they've got a cask lager that's exceptional, Silver Hill Pilsner. First time I tried it, I didn't like it. Next time I tried it, it was amazing. It's funny sometimes you actually need to give beers a chance. And yeah, they're an amazing brewery, and you know, hand on heart, probably my favourite out of all the local breweries. Certainly the more traditional breweries. There's another brewery or two that are really on my top list. But yeah, so I'll get into the review side of things because my dinner's coming. It's a lovely black pour. There you go, in the black shale glass. So these are the glasses that you'll be served with in the restaurant when you're pairing your food with your beer. Can't wait to see who's going that night on the 11th. Who's going, you know. Let me know if you go in. I'll be there. I won't be getting drunk because I'm not doing anything else to this. Hopefully this will be gone by then anyway. But God, I hope so. It's just a pure Imperial Stout. This is, so there's no flavourings gone in, no essences. It's a straight up impy. So there's a boozy factor to it, slight boozy factor. Although to be fair, I'm not getting much of it, to be fair, but there is a boozy factor. I can taste the boozy factor. That's just me being me. It's roasty, it's smooth, it's tasting spot on. And the guile was 1401 for those people. Or was it 81? Not sure if it's 81 actually. Guile, the amount of different brews they've done. Yeah, I'm on a few guiles myself if I've done about different brews. If you count wines and other bits and bobs over the years, I've got to be over the 100 and something. But it is what it is. Like I say, it's tasting amazing. Tough time to come into the craft beer industry. I think everybody, none of us knew what was going to go off last year, cost of living crisis, etc, etc, and it's been a tough time. All the breweries that have gone into craft have felt it. I know they have. You know, it's not been as productive as it probably would have been. It's been a tough market. Lincoln Green is still there fighting and battling along, which means they're coming out that other side. Things will change. The story changes all the time. This will change. This will come and go. You know, positive times are ahead, and this is a massive positive move for me. The Mill and Book in Long Eaton was a great opening. I went there, talked to the people. Went there pretty much day 2, I think it was, or sometime in the very, very early days. Kind of tried to walk in and not get noticed, but I don't know, it must be the grey beacon on my head that notices things. But yeah, lovely people there, great staff. I've been in the Belper, the railway at Belper. I actually went in for a wee. Do apologise. Our lift was going, so I couldn't stop for a beer. Wanted to, desperately wanted to get that cred. Couldn't. But that was a lovely pub. Loved the room there. Station Hotel at Hucknall again. Fantastic pub. Multiple bar areas. Great selection of beer in a great area for beer as well. You've got the Brickyard at Carlton. Basically like a bit of a craft beer bar. The original, really. Lincoln Green Craft Bar. Again, love that place. For a little place, absolutely belting. Sir John Belay's Warren in Canning Circus, and it's a little craft bar area that they open up now and again. And then also there's Robin Hood and Little John in Arnold, which is having a bit of a redo. Lincoln Green is looking good, and you know, me speaking directly to Lincoln Green, all the best for the future. I think you're doing well, and I think the marketing's pretty much spot on. So yeah, out of 5 for me, good 4.5 out of 5 for this. It's a very much straight down the middle Imperial Stout. And that's it for my review. 21 minutes. I tried to knock off about, I was thinking I'm going to be about 17 minutes, but I rattle. And that's a Wraggy beer review. Yep, always a rattle. Like I say, this will be gone soon, so hopefully. But yeah, amazing beer, amazing brewery. And Imperial Stout cupcakes.